Hi, everyone. Hi, hi. I want to start out by thanking Daphne for my I'm Poped Out pin. I love it. Thank you. Where are you?
You're welcome.
Yay.
I'll design them.
Fantastic. So my name is Sharon Pinkinson. For those of you who don't know me, I'm the executive director of the Greater Philadelphia Film Office, and I also want to have her stand up right now, Joan Bressler, who, thank you. Joan Bressler is the fantastic director of Greater Philadelphia Filmmakers, the program at the Greater Philadelphia Film Office that runs all of these amazing events. And I just want everybody to know how much I and everyone in this room appreciates the work that you do, Joan. I'm going to introduce a couple of people before I introduce our guests, because we have partners here tonight. But I want to let you know that we have a hard stop at 8 p.m. So let's get on with the program. So first of all, I want to thank the Prince the Prince Theater, our wonderful friends here at the Prince, which have been just great partners all along, and the Philadelphia Film Society, of course, which runs the Prince Theater, and everybody who works here. And again, Daphne Yakin's Lunchbox Communications is responsible for streaming our event tonight. So if you haven't downloaded the Periscope app, now's your time to do it. We're also blessed with great regional partners, PAFIA, PIFA, and PWIFT. So on behalf of our partners, please welcome casting director and World Meeting of Families sing-along Sound of Music MC extraordinaire, Diane Heary.
I'm never going to live this down, am I? Sing along. So I just want to thank everybody for coming on behalf of PAFIA. For anybody who doesn't know, PAFIA is the Pennsylvania Film Industry Association, and we are a statewide association of professionals in the film industry. And our main goal is to help promote the film tax credit program in Pennsylvania, which it's because of that is why we get so much film production in the state. A little commercial is we are the first trade organization for filmmakers in the country. So I think other states have copied what we've done since, but it was a big deal when we founded PAFIA. So yeah, we're really happy to bring this event to everybody, because it's a topic that's on everybody's minds a lot more recently, which is great due to films like Equity. So anyway, anybody who wants any more information about PAFIA, our website is just pafia.org, and check us out and enjoy the event. Thank you.
Thanks, Diane. I'm going to help you down. I don't want anybody falling.
Is my mic on? We should just thank Diane, who actually did some of the casting of the Philadelphia casting for Equity.
Yay!
I have to introduce the chair of PAFIA who snuck in tonight. David Haddon is sitting back here in the corner.
David, I don't know if you're standing, but please stand up and take a bow. Thank you, David, for coming and for bringing some friends from Pittsburgh with you as well. So I also want to bring up Diane Walsh, who's the director of Writing for Film and Television program at the University of the Arts, and she is a principal in PWIFT, which is Philadelphia Women in Film and Television. Diane?
To again thank Joan and Sharon and the Film Office for inviting us to be a co-sponsor of this very special event. And if you're interested in knowing more about the Philadelphia chapter of Women in Film and TV, there's some information on the bar in the back. Please feel free to check it out. I also there's another partner involved in PIFA, and it's just been great for us all in the community to kind of come together tonight. These ladies made a film about women, didn't say no, didn't take no for an answer, and are here to share their journey with us. And I know we're all waiting to hear about it, so I'm going to shut up and get off the. Okay, thank you.
Here, let me help you down. Okay. So, equity. We're here to talk about equity, which is billed as the first female-driven Wall Street film. And we are so proud that it was shot mostly in Philadelphia. The story follows a senior investment banker who is threatened by a financial scandal and must untangle a web of corruption. It was produced by Alicia Reiner and Haverford native Sarah Megan Thomas, and their production company, Broad Street Pictures. This film is produced by women. It stars women, with the exception of that hunk of James Purefoy. And it was directed by Mira Meenan, whose directorial debut, Farrah Goes Bang, screened at the Tribeca Film Festival in 2013 and was awarded the inaugural Nora Ephron Prize by Tribeca and Vogue magazine. Equity is expected to be completed in time for the Sundance Film Festival, and we are, I know I've already got my tickets, so let's hope. So please join me in welcoming Alicia Reiner and Sarah Megan Thomas. Sarah, to my left, was born and raised in the Philadelphia area and surrounding suburbs. She's a producer, a writer, an actor. She starred opposite James Van Der Beek in the feature film Backwards, also shot in Philadelphia, which she happened to also have written, produced, and starred in. Not too bad. And of course, Sarah produced and starred opposite Sarah Gunn and James Purefoy and her partner Alicia Reiner in the Wall Street drama Equity, which is now in post-production. Alicia just won her second SAG Award for her role as Fig in Orange is the New Black, and of course, can be seen in season 3 of the show, now on Netflix. Also, she can be seen as the District Attorney Parks in Shonda Rhimes' breakout hit, How to Get Away with Murder. And the one thing that I'm not quite sure that Equity is either your 5th, 6th, 7th independent film as an actress just this year, and it's the first year as you're both actress and producer. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Fabulous, fabulous. Okay, so ladies, I want to start out by asking the question that everybody here wants to ask. You made a movie about women. You wrote it, you conceived it, you produced it, you starred in it, you put the whole package together. How'd you raise the money?
I'll start, and then it's the $1 million question for any movie. And I think when we decided that we were going to work together and we were thinking of ideas, it was important that the idea had a group that would finance it.
That I was about to say the same thing.
Yeah.
We came up with lots and lots of ideas, and I always use the example of like, you could come up with a great idea about alligator catchers, but I don't know any alligator catchers, and I don't know how to reach alligator catchers to raise the money about a movie about alligator catchers. And Sarah came up with this idea about a woman on Wall Street, and I had simultaneously been having conversations with a woman who basically consults about women in the workplace and works with Fortune 500 companies or Fortune 50 companies about how to keep women in the workplace. And we were learning about all these really interesting themes about mentorship and about relationships between women and why women leave and all these really interesting facts. And this was something that not only was really fascinating to us and rich to us both as a story, but we felt like, oh, this is a community that could really help finance this film, and whose story has never been told, and who really would want their story to be told and have the money to put behind that.
And just the last thing I will say is, our investor group are all largely women on Wall Street, 90%. We have a couple men in there. But it still wasn't easy. I mean, I think that's, that a lot of people who loved the script just said no because movies are risky business. So I
It's
think
one
there's
out of
lot
100. I mean, it's
Yeah.
so many. You're knocking on so many doors.
Yeah.
Having said that, I'm totally in love with our investor group. Like, they're just some of the coolest women I've met in my life, and they're so supportive, and they are so excited to be part of this storytelling.
And did you have, did they want to come forward, or did they?
Some of them did. So we had one of our sponsors actually is Bloomberg, which was really helpful for a low-budget independent because Bloomberg came in and they shot, like there's a bunch of reporter sequences and computer screens in Wall Street and computers, all of which are very, very expensive. And so they came in and took over all that cost. And then they also are doing a lot of press. And so some of the women did come forward. One of them is Barbara Burns. She's the most powerful woman at Barclays. I think she was just rated number 3 in the world in finance. And some did not. It still depends on the person if they want to be kind of public about wanting to.
And it's, one of the things that's really interesting to me about this film is because it is a first and we have gotten the press that we have, thanks to Bloomberg and other press pieces, people have reached out to us. One of our investors reached out to me through my manager and said, I read this article, I love what you're doing, I want to invest, which is extraordinary.
Yeah, you've had great TV coverage,
Yeah.
great interviews,
Yeah.
great internet interviews. And
Well, and I think it's hitting on what was said earlier, which is we are very lucky that we are actually part of a time where I think there is kind of a movement starting that there need to be more stories about women on screen and not just one woman, not just one lead female, but 5 complex women in a film. Like, oh my God,
That's really what
There's
makes it so unusual.
That's what's so unusual. We talked about like how in Homeland it's a great role for Claire Danes, but everyone around her is a man. Like we really want to have stories where you have many women. Go ahead.
And there's, I totally lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah, there's something called the Bechdel test. I don't know, raise your hand if you know what the Bechdel test, right? So in our script, there are lots of women having conversations not about men. And that's a very new and different thing. And that's what we strive to do is tell stories about women talking about things other than men. Not that men are fascinating. Frank, you are a fascinating man.
We're going to do a movie about you.
We want to sort of expand the world because my truth is I talk about a lot of things on a daily basis, not just boys.
We do have one hot boy though in the movie.
We have a really hot boy, and we all get to flirt with him.